And here we go, the first ranked matchup of the second ranked matchup of the evening. My apologies. The second 24-15 matchup we've seen.
Yeah. Both seasoned veterans. Both guys seniors. You know, it's Elijah Griffin, but he goes by Eli. He would several matches at Cal Baptist. You know, but Pucino comes in with a career record of 54 and 33. National qualifier last year, had a great match in the NCAA tournament. He was down against Dylan Cedeno and came up with an incredible pin. Lost his next match, but he went 2-2, and now he's looking to get back there again.
Well, he's facing a two-time national champion qualifier in his own right. Danny Pucino went 15-8 last year. Two veterans here, grad student Eli Griffin, redshirt senior Danny Pucino.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see some high-flying moves here from our feet. Both guys like to get after it. A Griffin a little bit more physical, Danny a little bit more high-flying.
You mentioned high-flying. There's two very quick shot attempts there by Danny Pucino. That second one not 100%. Some slow first periods here in the first half of this duel.
Nice re-attack there by Danny. Good defense, re-attack, and that's what they're looking to do. Still trying to figure out this Illinois singlet. Is that paint splatter on there? What is that, Tony? You know, and it says something different on the front.
It says pain on the front, as in champagne. I could not tell you what the design is attempting to be. I will say
Is it champagne or bring the pain?
I think it just says pain. Which I don't mind that. I don't know if you mentioned the paint spots. I don't know if I like the paint spots as much as Danny sprawls out of a nice shot attempt by Eli Griffin.
Griffin got that nice underhook there. He was looking to go upper body. He was looking for a body lock. Danny sprawled out of it, got his hips back. Did a nice job defending there. Both kind of filling each other out here. It'd be interesting. Eli Griffin seems to want to go upstairs, which isn't surprising to me as I look through the lineup at Rider. They have a lot of Greco guys. You mentioned Stain DeLonghi. They got Scrivanich. They got Brendon Abdon. So kind of like a recipe for Coach Hangy likes those Greco guys. "15 seconds to go in this scoreless match here between Pucino and Griffin. Nice start for the Rider Broncs so far through 3 matches and through 1 period here with Pucino and Griffin.
They have absolutely held their own, have essentially, maybe not match to match, but for the duel so far, seems like Rider may be controlling the pace, trying to slow these faster-paced Illinois wrestlers.
Yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, does wrestling, 4 or 5 matches or 3 to 4 matches last weekend have an advantage or a disadvantage? So far, it seems like it has an advantage because these guys are wrestling tough and they're ready to go. Eli Griffin right up to his feet.
A very quick escape by Eli Griffin. And it didn't seem like Danny Pucino really let him up either. That was all Griffin, and now he's got that right leg of Pucino in a very precarious position. Can he get the trip? Pucino stays on that leg, trying to push out. Pushing on those shoulders of Eli Griffin. Now a shot attempt. Now they're on their knees. And there it is. There's the trip.
It's close.
No takedown yet. Still on that hip of Danny Pucino is Eli Griffin. Needs to get around there.
He's got a body lock on him here, Tony. It's a tough position for Danny. Pull him.
And now they're out of bounds. Griffin couldn't hold that ankle on that circle. So a very precarious situation for Danny Pucino, but he's able to wiggle out of it. 1:15 left here in the second. Eli Griffin up 1-0.
So as we're on the broadcast here, I get a text from someone listening and says, these singlets, they're not paint, Brian. They're camo for military night.
That would make a lot more sense. I do have to be honest, though. I don't know if I see it all that much.
Thanks so much for that text. That makes more sense. We appreciate it. Thanks for listening. Big Ten Plus. Brian Swan, Tony Ferraro.
Very Good sprawl there by Danny Pucino. You saw Eli Griffin's legs get all the way up above his head on that shot attempt.
Great defense there. Danny with that misdirection, low single. 35 seconds to go in the second period.
A very good shot attempt, both legs that time for Eli Griffin. Can he get around him this time? This time he's on the left.
Got a body lock.
They'll give it to him, the three-point takedown. Oh, and a reversal. Oh, I don't know. They threw up the 3 points, and now they're waving it off. They called 3 points for Eli Griffin, and Danny Pucino was quick enough to sprawl out of it, and they waved the takedown down, and they will throw the red brick challenge rider.
What a great scramble by both. Two high flyers. As I told you earlier in the match, I wouldn't be surprised we see something high flying. We've seen it right there. They awarded the takedown initially with the body lock, but in NCAA wrestling, there is a continuation. That's going to be a tough situation. Is there enough to reverse it? They waved it off. The refs are right here in front of us, Tony. We'll see.
Well, let's see if we can get another look at that real quick. Danny Pucino almost got taken down there with 7 seconds left in the second period, but he was able to basically do a backflip sprawl. Here it is again. Let's take a look. There's the shot attempt. Oh, hold on just a second. My bad. Very good sprawl there by Danny Pucino to get out of it. That was the second half of the sprawl once he got out of the takedown.
If I'm looking at continuation, it doesn't look like it's long enough for a takedown. Danny kicks right out of it. Elijah has that body lock on her. They flip over. And then Danny almost had him locked up, had his head pinched, looking for back points. And give credit to Griffin for rolling out of that.
It almost seemed like Danny almost got a reversal out of that initial call of a takedown. Here's the official's call. Oh, maybe not. Now they're going to check on time.
The question becomes time, because when the challenge happened, so
here's the official call. No takedown.
So it'll be 1-0. The period will end. The period will end. There it is again, Tony. Nice job by Danny kicking over, and Elijah Griffin the same. Great job to kick out of that.
They did the exact same thing to each other back to back. That was a great scramble by both wrestlers.
I'm not shocked, because we pegged this as one of the most exciting matches, and so far through 2 periods, it's lived up to it.
Now they're checking on time. We'll see if we move on to the third or keep it at the second. Looks like we will move on to the third period as Danny Pucino will get on the mat and choose down to start the third.
Let's see if we can get Danny Pucino up to his feet, get an escape. Nice mat return there.
Very good crash there by Eli Griffin.
He's got that far leg in here. He's looking to build up some riding time. Danny needs to clear that leg. Tough to get out of it when he's got that clip, Tony.
Yeah, you see that those legs wrapped around that upper leg of Danny Pucino, but a very good sprawl there to get to his feet. Now he's got to break those wrists. And he's out of bounds before they call the escape, so he'll get back down on the mat. But a good attempt there by Pucino.
Well, it's extremely important that Danny can get out in the next 32 seconds so that riding time doesn't kick up, so it's a 1-1 match. If not, he'll have to push the pace as soon as he gets up. Danny looking to clear that zone here, looking for inside control.
He's got good position. He's got to his feet. Just got to break those hands now. But now Eli Griffin has him up in the air again. Now Danny trying to sprawl. He's got that head, but it's a very precarious position. He's backwards. Trying to turn around, trying to get that reversal. He's got that leg now.
4 seconds. 4 seconds before riding time kicks in. The riding time is kicked in here.
Riding time secure, but if Danny can get a reversal, that'll tie the match up. And look at that. That grip on Danny's neck is very tough now.
Danny needs to get that right arm out. He's in trouble. Eli Griffin might be in trouble here.
36 seconds. Will the reversal call it? Will they call the reversal? They do. It's a reversal for Danny Pucino, and this match is tied at 2.
And back
now
points.
He's getting back points. And 3 back points for Danny, and a 5-point play for Danny Pucino. Gives him the 5-2 lead. Now he's just going to ride him out for 17 seconds. Will Elijah Griffin get out of this? He needs an escape and a takedown, but he only has 8 seconds to do so. What a play by Danny Pucino at the end of that third period.
Tony, I'm not an I told you so person, but you and I picked this match. We looked at a high-flying thing, and it lived up to the billing. Danny Pucino secures that reversal and back points there in the third period to knock off Elijah Griffin 5-1.
But he is a few inches taller than Liam Scrivanich.
Yeah, he's got to be over 6 feet tall.
And Scrivanich, I'm looking it up real quickly, is 5'10", so you hit it right on the nose, Brian, at least 6 feet tall.
If Scrivanich is 5'10", right, this is like basketball height. I might be 5'6", okay? There's an attempted Greco throw.
Now Webster's on Scrivanich's hip. Can he get around him for that 3-point takedown?
Just under a minute to go here, Tony.
Scrivanich dropping weight, wrestled at 165 last year. Went 6-5, like you say, like you saw in that pop. And still no call for a takedown there. That was much closer, however. The crowd wanted a takedown. The officials did not.
Cannon's in good position here, though.
And there yelled out the threes from the Illinois crowd, and the 3 goes up on the green wrist for the official. And a takedown for Kannon Webster, his first of the season.
Yeah, what he had to do there, Scrivanich had him in a whizzer, and he's reaching for that far hip. Once he got around the waist, that's when he finished the takedown. 3-0 early lead here, and this is a pivotal match.
Only 18 seconds left here in this first period. Kannon Webster up 3-0 Illinois. The team up 9-8. Should be 9-9 if it wasn't for a mental error by the coach of Ryder. And there's a big slam back down to the mat by Kannon Webster. Won't go down as any points as he was still up in that top position, but it does show some fight in Kannon Webster, who we said earlier does like to keep the pace a little bit slower.
Yeah, and that point was against the assistant coach, not the head coach, but it may be crucial. Kannon Webster, very, very good on his feet, struggled a little bit on top and bottom. When I say struggled, I'm not saying it's any negative against the game. It's not where he's strong at. He loves to be on his feet. So we'll see if he cuts him here and gets back to work. Kannon doing a great job, though, riding Liam right now. You know, he's going to keep staying on top of it. And the fact that Webster is having some issues. He had his ribs taped up. Don't know if it's ribs, don't know if it's his back or what it is. Maybe he does want to stay on the mat a little bit longer. Webster in that deep crotch ride, far half. Doing a nice job staying on his hips.
Webster, and there's the escape. So the first points for Scrivanich, the first points for Ryder here in the second half of the duel.
And that's what Kannon likes to do. He likes to get the early lead and let wrestlers come after him so he can score on his defense, or we like to say re-attacks.
That's what I was talking about earlier, is those re-attacks when I said Kannon Webster's one of those guys. Once he gets going, it's like he can put up 13 in a minute on you.
Yeah, and that's, you know, but you got to get that first takedown in order to create that pace or have that guy come after you.
There's a good shot attempt there by Liam Scrivanich, sprawled out by Kannon Webster. Liam Scrivanich, I told you pregame I was not going to attempt it. I am going to attempt it right now.
His hometown?
Liam Scrivanich is from Nesquehoning, Pennsylvania. I hope I said that right. If anybody from Nesquehoning is watching, I am sorry if I butchered that.
And I can tell you this, Tony, I am not going to try to pronounce it. You did a fantastic job. So, Liam, hope we didn't offend you. We did our best. But it's a 3-1 match here with under 30 seconds to go in the second period.
Kannon Webster from much easier to pronounce Toulon, Illinois.
Yeah, right up the street here. Right up the street, way easier to pronounce. And he went to a much easier high school, too, Washington. You know, where Kannon Webster was 3-time state champ in Washington. Doing a great job here.
The 3-time high school state champ, content in just letting this match go to the third period up 2 points.
It'll be interesting to see what he does here with some sore ribs or back. He's going to go down, though.
He did look to his coach, Mike Poeta, for advice. You see most wrestlers do that, but some wrestlers are okay with just choosing it themselves.
Nice little inside stand by Webster, right up to his feet early.
And a very quick escape there by Kannon Webster. Scrivanich down by a takedown.
Yeah, and Liam understands, like, there's no sense trying to ride him the whole third period. He needs to score some points. But Webster getting right back to his offense. He loves that hand fight. He loves those front snaps. Loves that inside wrist control. You see Kannon, a guy reaches for him, he grabs that wrist, he turns it out, looking for that high crotch shot. Use those long arms. Not much on underhooks, but loves that inside tie, that cross wrist. Scrivanich doing a nice job here. I mean, Webster ranked 10th in the country. Scrivanich unranked, and I'm really impressed with this Riders squad so far and their toughness. They've kept these matches very close.
I think that goes back to what you were talking about earlier, them getting a tournament in before this first duel of the season. They look in season, as there's a call on Ryder for a stall, so they'll give a point to Kannon Webster.
Yeah, and that's, Kannon loves to push that pace. And he doesn't get tired, and he always keeps his back and hips to the center of the mat. And when you keep doing that, it starts to wear on the ref when the guy's back's always to the back of the circle. I don't know if I'm more impressed with Cannon's pace or Joey Bronigo's 30 pull-ups at the military night. It's a little close.
I'll tell you what, as somebody who can't even get one, 30 seems pretty, I don't even know what the word is, outstanding, unthinkable, any adjective you want to use.
Cannon's looking for that takedown, try to get that major decision. He needs one more, and he's close to getting it, Tony. Walk us through it here, Tony.
He's on that hip. He had a very good shot attempt. Can he get around? There goes the threes.
And it's going to be a major decision with that last takedown.
Major decision for Kannon Webster. You hear those threes ring out whenever Illinois gets a takedown. And there it is, the first bonus points for Illinois on the night. Per intermat, D1 intermat rankings.
Braeden Scoles, a redshirt sophomore.
I understand that rankings can be different in other places. Like, you go ahead and talk about Braeden Scoles now.
Yeah,
Brian.
4-time Wisconsin State champ. Came in last year, got all the way to that blood round, lost a match to a 6-year senior, but Braeden Scoles ranked as high in some sites, as you said, 6th. He's 8th on intermat. So looking forward to seeing Braeden Scoles here against Brendon Abdon.
Scoles, a qualifier last year, 18-7 overall. Did finish the season with the team lead in dual points at 48, almost had 50 dual points as a redshirt freshman.
Braeden Scoles is nasty on top, and he's a pinner. Led the team in pins. But
six of those, by the way.
Yep. Scoles wants to take this match to the mat, and Brendon Abdon wants to take it above the waist and throws.
And Kannon Webster in the last match, like we said, likes to control the pace, likes to maybe keep it slower. It is the exact opposite with Braeden Scoles. He is maybe the most aggressive hand-fighting wrestler on this Illinois squad.
Yeah, and Abdon, he started his career at Little Rock. Very prestigious program. They built it from nothing. They're doing great things. But he's from Florida, and you don't see many Florida Greco national champions. So, but 1:30 to go. It's nice re-attack there.
Very good shot attempt by Abdon. Can he get around the hip? He's got a very good grip on that left leg of Braeden Scoles. He brings him up to his feet. Can he get him down? And there it is. 3 points for Ryder in the lead here in this final ranked matchup. Braeden Scoles trying to do something here, trying to make magic happen. Talk us through it, Brian.
You got to get the high leg here. Braeden Scoles often gives up the first takedown, as we talked to Poeta, but he loves these scrambles. He's in great position here to get this reversal. Abdon's trying to hold on with just a minute to go.
If Scoles can get his leg out, there's a 2-point reversal on the table for him. He's in position, just needs to break his grip, and he does. Braeden Scoles picks up 2 points of his own here at the end of the first.
And this is where Braeden Scoles does his best work. We talked about the pins. He's so nasty on top. We talked to Coach Poeta, Tony, and he said the goal this year is not to give up the first takedown. We said, well, every time Braeden does, he seems to pull through the match. We'll see who's on the right end of this one.
You see him riding out this final 20 or so seconds of the first period. I assume down one, he'd pick the other position to start the second.
Yeah, Scoles loves to roll that wrist under to a chicken wing, or what we call a Blair ride. And that's what he loves to do, and that's exactly what he's doing right there. He's got that wrist underneath, looking for that quick tilt.
Can't get him to the back, but he does ride him out and pick up 2 points on the reversal. So he will defer and send the decision over to Ryder. Or Ryder defers, my apologies, and Braeden Scoles will choose down.
Interesting here. Get out, tie the match, and we're back to scratch here.
Definitely the fastest paced first period we've seen today. We did see a pin for Dylan Layton over Will Basinger at the end of the first period in the first half, as Brendan Abdon will just let Scoles up to tie the matchup up. However, that first period, it was really just that pin and maybe a takedown. This match, however, has been go, go, go for 3 and almost a half minutes. As there's another pin and a big shot and a big takedown for Braeden Scoles.
It just seems like Braeden Scoles has to give up the first 3 points to turn it on.
Well, now he's right back into that top position to ride him out. He already had about 30 seconds of riding time in that first period.
Yeah, it was very interesting, too. Brendon Abdon was not going to ride Braeden Scoles. They scoped him out. They know he's really funky. They didn't want that reversal.
That was a good roll there by Brendan Abdon. Almost gets out of it, almost turns it into a reversal, but instead Braeden Scoles gets a hold of that right leg and keeps that position right where it was. And here's that stall.
Yeah, Braeden Scoles is probably the most flexible wrestler on the Illinois team. Does a great job with defense.
Scoles will just stand up, and there's a caution for Brendan Abdon. Wait a little bit too early there.
Braeden Scoles elects to let him up, looking to push the pace here.
Very quick to start. Oh, and now Brendan Abdon misses his shot attempt. What a sprawl there by Braeden Scoles. He moved his body all the way out of the way of that shot attempt. Abdon goes down to the mat himself, and Scoles picks up an easy 3.
Now you see me, now you don't. Nice go behind there by Braeden Scoles. He's going to ride him out here the last 20 seconds. Looking for that hip over, cross face, looking for some back points.
Trying to get him over to the back is Scoles with 10 seconds left. It looks like he will be unsuccessful, however.
So you're going to see Braeden Scoles. You're going to see a lot of wrestling on his feet here in the third period because Mike Poeta is going to ask him to open this up. Just be cautious. Brendan Abdon loves to go up top.
He'll choose down. So Braeden Scoles, 16 seconds of riding time away from getting that 10th point.
Going to let him go here. He's looking for a near side cradle.
Well, he just lets the riding time go. So he secured his riding time and he lets him go for the escape. Now looking for more points, looking for those bonus points is Braeden Scoles, but he's in a very precarious situation right now.
He's in a great position here, Tony. There it is. Look for a little catch and release here.
And here, like you said, catch and release. Let's see how quick this re-attack happens. Doesn't even let him go. That re-attack was so quick.
Well, he's looking to see if he can catch him in the far side cradle. If not, he's going to let him go. Looking for a couple more takedowns here.
Looking for as many points as possible as Braeden Scoles. He led the team in dual points last year with 48. Looking for more than 3 here in his first dual matchup. And another takedown. He's up to 15.
15-6. Wanting to let him go again. He needs a couple more takedowns. And Abdon knows. Abdon's holding his leg. That's 100% a stalling call if he doesn't let go.
You can hear the Illinois fans behind us also yelling that too. Braeden Scoles lets him go. Will he? Let's see how quick this will let him go. I didn't know if he was going to go straight back down for it. And right now, every shot attempt is landing for Braeden Scoles. There's another 3.
One more
He's
takedown.
Up to 19. And they said that he was in a dangerous situation and they'll stand him up.
But it's probably the best thing that could have happened because Abdon was going to take a slow time getting up.
And what did I say? Every attempt to take Abdon to the mat is successful for Braeden Scoles.
In the ride out here, we'll give him the tech fall.
And he does have his riding time secured. So the final score, 23 to 8. There is still 9 seconds on the clock. I did not see the clock stop. My apologies. They do give Brendon Abdon an escape. No, they do not. They wave it off.
Yeah. He was asking what position he wanted to go in because of the stoppage.
So now in 5 seconds, Braeden Scoles going to pick up that tech fall for Illinois. And the dual point leader for the Fighting Illini last season picks up 5 for his squad here in the first duel tonight.